It's time for Top That Trade. Joining us now for our trader game, Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Nuckman, an options trading pro. That's right, Phil. Brush up for this one. Round number one, sky high. The yield on the 10-year note jumped above 3% this week, and it rattled the markets. Are you worried about rising rates?
It's the end of the world as we know it. 3% yield. Oh my gosh! Hide under your closet.
It's actually a good sign. It's an A on a report card. That means they can raise rates. That's very positive for the economy.
Absolutely.
That means we've gained back some of that momentum and we're doing well. But I think the big concern for me is going to be if and when mortgage rates get back above 5%, because that's kind of a psychological thing for people. They're so comfortable now with rates down below 4%. So I'm worried about that. Otherwise, the 3% was just a day that needed to get done. Now we put it behind us.
I don't know if that's a killer for me, even if the mortgage rates get up to that
Not for
rate.
old guys like us.
No, even for the young people, because the housing market is so hot. The overhang of extra houses is the tightest it's been in years. It might be a good thing to get those rates up to slow the market down just a little bit at some point and keep the prices from spiraling out of control.
So irrational exuberance?
Exactly.
On to round number two, wine. This year's wine harvest is being called the worst in 60 years. Where's your happy harvest?
It's the end of the world as we know it. No, I'm serious. When we're talking about wine, the 60s, this is hitting close to home right now.
Now, it only impacts cheap wine, they say.
Wow. Hello, that's my wheelhouse.
Well,
hello. Thank you.
That says a lot. Okay, so what happened? What happened to the areas where they grow that wine?
We had a lot of different areas. We had a little bit of a drought. We had a little bit of weather. And here in California, who can forget the big fires that we had? Some of those refineries burned down. The quality's down. But what's interestingly enough,
wineries.
Wineries.
You're an oil guy. Wineries and refineries are two different things.
Well, actually, they can work very similar, but that's a different story. The truth of the matter is that when we do the wines, the wine that does survive is actually a better quality. It's more expensive because there's less of it, but the quality's better. When you stress the wine crop, the wine is better.
Okay, so my concern is that there's actually a lot of drought in the United States right now.
Correct.
And is that going to spill over to the spring and summer? And what is that going to mean for soybeans and corn?
I think the one thing is the crop has got off to a late start because of winter. But the old concern is when you got a late start to the crop, hot weather would hurt it, but we're less drought resistant than we were before. It will have an impact, but I don't know if it's the end of the world.
Are we going to see $11 in beans?
No.
I think so.
Let's get to round number three. 75% of the top 1%ers are concerned about what's going on with the economy. They are fearing we could have a recession in the next couple of years. Are you in on this high-class problem?
I think the ultra-rich want to find something to be depressed about. That's what I think.
Yeah, they got so much money. They got so much money. They're trying to hedge themselves and say, well, it can't be this good forever, because if it is, then they're just going to make that much more money. And actually, the one thing people are concerned about, we were talking about raising rates and the 3% yield in the 10-year. People are more concerned about not crossing 3%, but they're more concerned about the inversion of the yield curve, and that's usually a sign of recession. But not in my mind if we're at really, really low rates. We've never had a recession with rates here at this 3% level.
And actually, the head of the Federal Reserve agrees with Alan on that on the yield curve. They're not concerned about it. You should not be
So either. Can I be the head of the Federal Reserve?
I'd vote for you.
Here's your bonus round question for today. It is National Superhero Day. Can you spot the phony superhero?
Oh yeah, we can get this. This will be easy.
Other than Alan.
I don't even need to work on this.
Is it Batman, Superman, Captain America, Wonder Woman, or Anchor Woman?
Anchor Woman is not real, but I believe you are a superhero.
Aw, thank you so much. You're my favorite superheroes. Check out businessfirstam.com to find out where to see our entire show. And don't forget to like, follow, and share Business First AM.